Jennifer from Acorns and Twigs. I am just setting up here, make sure everything is good. Before I get too far in here, let me know if you're in the comments, if you can hear me. Audio is always a bit of an issue for me. Let's see here. Say hi in the comments. I'll just get everything set up, make sure I'm in the right spot. I should be live on our Facebook page. Yes. And I see, okay, hi Lisa, hi Bridget. Good, let's see if we're live in the in the Facebook group too. Can you hear me good? Make sure that that's good, because I don't know if I am in the Facebook group, but that's okay. We'll just be on my Facebook page. That's the most important. Hi. Okay, Loretta can hear me. Thank you. Wonderful, wonderful. Let's see. Ooh, and I have this new feature where I can pop out the comments on the side so I can see that a little bit clearer on my end. Oh, trying all new things today. Okay. Hi. Okay, so hi, Linda. Oh my goodness, you're coming in so fast. Hi, Debbie. Hi, Lisa. Hi, Cindy. Susan, Sarah, Lori. You guys can hear me. Great. Okay. Oh, I'm so excited. Okay. Hi from Alaska. Hi, Janice. Hello, Mary. Audio is great. Thank you. No echo or anything. That's good. Okay. Because sometimes with multiple cameras, that happens that we get an echo. Hi. Hello, everybody. Oh, thank you guys for all of you guys joining me. I wonder if I can see how many people are on here. There's usually a little thing. Okay, that hasn't updated because it only says 2, and that's clearly not right. Okay, oh, 124. Awesome. Hi. Okay. Oh, I better not look at that number, otherwise I'll get nervous. I am going to go ahead and just hop on in. I have a little presentation prepared. I have balloons and excitement, and so I thought, let's see here. I'd move things around. Oh, let's see. It skipped ahead. Hopefully it will. Hold please. See if I can get that to go back to the beginning of my. There we go. So keep coming in the comments. Hi, hello from Tennessee and Missouri and Alabama, North Carolina. Oh, you have your volume up way. Okay, let me know, other people, if you're having volume issues. Hello from Tennessee. Hello from Kentucky and Pennsylvania, Michigan. Ooh, we're just everywhere. Okay, well, I'm coming in from Iowa. Let's see. Close that out. Get myself all situated. I am so excited. Okay, so I'm just going to introduce myself for those of you who do not know me yet. Oh, wait, this is... Oh. Make sure that my window looks good. Okay. I'm Jen from Acorns and Twigs, and the owner and founder of Acorns and Twigs, and we have Keep on Looping, which is our Potholder subscription box. It comes every month, and we ship out, amongst, like, we have the subscription box, so we also just have a whole bunch of potholder weaving supplies, along with other fiber arts and some homeschool supplies. So that's pretty much Acorns and Twigs. And okay, you guys can hear me fine in the comments. Good, thank you. So if you are having sound issues, I wonder if, yeah, it sounds like there might be something with your speaker on that end. Sorry. Just south of Missouri. So I am just south of, we're just north of Missouri. We're about 10 minutes drive from the Missouri border here. Hello from Missouri. Hello from North Carolina. Wonderful. Oh, okay. So I am really excited to tell you guys about some things that are happening here at Acorns and Twigs. And I'm going to reveal most of it today. not all of it. This is pretty much part one of part two. Part two will be coming on November 13th. So make sure that you mark your calendars for that as well. Same time, same place. We're going to do another like an unboxing. So I am going to show you a lot of new things here for Keep On Looping, but I don't want to ruin the surprise for all of our members who actually get the box. So I'm not going to show you everything because there is something really, really awesome in the box that I want my members to see and experience first. So that being said, if you are not a member, I encourage you to sign up now because we are shipping these boxes out in November, and you can be one of the first to experience this new part two surprise. So November 13th, I'm assuming everyone will have their boxes by then, because one of the things that is new is that we are going to be shipping the boxes sooner. So typically up until now, we have shipped them in like the third week of the month, but we are working really hard to get to close that gap. So you get charged on the 1st of the month, and we're going to try to have these shipped out by the 10th of every month. We're probably going to try the 5th, but I don't want to promise that just because, you know, weekends and holidays and things go wrong. So I am promising by the 10th. I can commit to that. But so that's one thing that's new, is we are going to be having the boxes ship out sooner. So you're going to want to get into this. If you're going to sign up now, because then we'll ship you a box on November 5th or 10th, or, you know, somewhere around there by the 10th. So, okay, so mark your calendars for part two, November 13th. And stick around. I'm going to be doing some live giveaways here on this live. A couple of people are going to win a $20 gift card for Acorns and Twigs. So all you have to do is comment. So just say hi and keep those comments coming, and I will be drawing a winner from the comments. So stick with us on that. Okay, let's get started. I'm going to go down a journey with you guys of how we got to where we are right now. And to do that, I feel like we have to go all the way back to the beginning. Let's see here. Let me click on the right thing. Make sure you guys are seeing that. Yes. Okay. So in August of 2016, we were packing up our entire life and putting it into a shipping container and moving from Germany back to my home state in Iowa, because we felt that we really wanted to homeschool our kiddos, and it wasn't a possibility in Germany. It's not allowed, especially back then before COVID. It was just not a thing. People did not homeschool, and it was actually illegal. So you had to send your kids to school. And so we really wanted to homeschool. So we decided to pack everything up, and this is what I think I got this straight now. Just making sure I'm reading the comments. Okay. Yeah, so we packed everything up and moved back to the States. So here you can see my kiddos. It's my husband's rear end in there. But 3 of my 4 kiddos are in this picture. You can kind of see Amy in the back, but she's camera shy. So, but yeah, we were packing all of our boxes and moving to the States. And when we did that, we decided that, you know, first of all, we wanted to homeschool. And so I was already looking at like getting my curriculum and all the things I needed to do, the stuff that I wanted to do with the kiddos. And I realized I could not find the things that I wanted. So we were very specific in looking at like a curriculum for Waldorf homeschooling. And it was really hard to find those things online back then. So that was one problem. The other problem was, how are we going to make an income when we move over here, right? So we decided that we didn't want to get jobs and work for people again. We wanted to start our own business. And so we put those two things together, and that's how we decided to homeschool and create this Acorns and Twigs, which is a homeschool supply store. So I started quickly researching all the things, and we moved. So this was in August, and then let me click here. Still trying to figure out I have like 5 different windows open, so bear with me here. So we moved to the States, and we lived at my parents' house in their basement with very clear expectations. It was just for 6 months until we found our feet in the US, until our shipping container got there, because we were there way earlier. It took like 6 or 8 weeks for our container to get there. So we were just thankful to have a place, with furniture and dishes and all the stuff. And so we were able to hang out at their place for a while. But we got to work building the website and pushing all and purchasing all the things that I wanted to put on in the store, all from my parents' basement. So we were putting lots of beginner things, beginner handcrafts and kids friendly handcrafts, especially fiber arts, onto the store, and many different crafts. And one of the ones of the many that we included were potholder weaving supplies, because it's just a classic childhood craft, and I figured that is something that really fits well in a homeschool curriculum. So we, some of you guys, if you remember, uh, so we get our loops from Friendly Loom, and back then they were just known as Harrisville Designs, and the loops looked a little bit different. Well, the packaging looked a little bit different back then. There used to be mixed bags, and they weren't layered nice and beautifully like they are now in the bags. They were just randomly mixed in these bags, and so they had the brights, the designers, and the pastels. That's the three big assortments that they had. I'm just gonna check. So where did you end up in Germany? So, how did you end up? That's a whole different story. So my mom is from Germany, and her whole family's there, and so I was visiting there, my relatives there, and that's when I met my husband. The name Acorns and Twigs came from, I used to lead, when I was living in Germany, I used to lead a forest group for kiddos. And so we would meet in the forest every week, no matter what weather. And we would play with the things that we found in the forest. So acorns and twigs and pine needles and pebbles from the creek and stuff like that. And so that's how the name came from, just because that is, so the Waldorf education philosophy is very nature based. And so, and we make, most of the toys are handmade or handcrafted, and oftentimes just very simple things like acorns and twigs. And so that's how the name came about. But yes, okay. Yeah, who knew it would be this big? Okay, so wait, you'll see. It gets really interesting. Um, okay, let's see. So these were the loops that we had, and what we, okay, so they weren't layered beautifully. I'm just reading my notes beautifully, like they were back then. So we had to actually dump them out and sort them. So this was a whole family activity. Back then we would do it on the floor. We don't do that anymore, obviously. But yeah, it was a color sorting activity. The kiddos pitched in. They were glad to help. And that's just kind of like this. This picture still is at my parents' house. And so this truly is the beginning. And we would put them into bundles like this. They're a little bit different now, but that's how we used to bundle our loops. And so this was the beginning. And come 6 months around, we finally found a little home. I'm going to show you that. So our 6-month mark came along quickly, and we purchased this little, it's a 150-year-old cottage. You can see my husband's painting it right there. We painted it yellow, so we call it the Yellow House now. But it was about an hour and a half away from my parents, and we loved it because it had 5 acres in town, which was great with the little kiddos and our, nature-based curriculum. So we have a wooded area behind the house, and it was just perfect for us. And we could afford it. It was in town, and we could afford it while still building the business, because we couldn't put all of the money that we brought from, uplifting our life in Germany into the house. We had to, portion it off, part life and part business. So this was the house that came into our life. but it needed a lot of work. So we ended up living in it. We moved in and then we started gutting it. So here you can see we tore out the carpet, we tore off, like, there was wallpaper. That wallpaper up on the top that you can see is like original 150-year-old wallpaper, which I had a hard time taking down, but it just had to happen. We had to do new ceilings and everything, like new kitchen, all sorts of stuff. But we lived in there and we homeschooled and we renovated and we built the business in this little home. It was a wild journey of homeschooling, renovating, and building a business that would put food on the table. And it honestly didn't for a long time. We were on food stamps in this picture. This is January 2018. And we had to make hard calls. Like, we had to decide, are we going to use this money for, family necessities, or are we going to buy more inventory? Because, you can't make any money if you don't have inventory. So it was really hard. And you can see in this picture, in that black shelf, those were the products that we had on the website. That's about it. I mean, it took up maybe 2 or 3 of those kind of shelves, and that's how we started. But yeah. Nancy says she remembers being enticed by an advertisement you posted on the Potholders being just before the pandemic started. Yep. Okay. So we were homeschooling, and it still took up a big chunk. Like, homeschooling was a big chunk of my day. Like, I was trying to build the business usually in the evenings or at night when the kids were sleeping, but then I was homeschooling and we were doing handcrafts. And so potholder making was, a big part of our curriculum. It's so good for the kiddos with, the coordination, hand-eye coordination, and the colors. And I mean, you can even make it mathematical. So we had lots of fun with it. But we were still dumping loops on the table and sorting and counting. And this went on for a couple of years. So this picture is January 2018. And then there was COVID. COVID hit and things got crazy. So some of you guys might remember people were making their own masks, and they were having a hard time getting elasticity for the ear loop. And so people were buying these loops for masks. And so that kind of got, like, I don't know how, I was not advertising them as this, because I was honestly telling people in, like, customer support, I was like, I don't know if this is really going to work. I mean, you're more than happy to try, but don't hate me if it doesn't work. So I'm like, that's not what they're for. And so we were, yes. And so we were able to ride that wave and get these potholders in front of more people, or the loops, I guess. And it really just took off. And so at that point, just for context, so we're still needing to sort bags, count loops, work in our basement, our garage, our bedroom. Things were not as efficient as they are today. And we were not prepared for what happened next. So you can see in this picture on April 9th, 2020, this was a stack of orders, and I was just like, I remember taking this picture because I was like, oh my gosh. And this was just one day of orders. And that was life-changing for our family, because up until then we were doing like 10 to 15 orders a day. And I'm pretty sure in that stack there's at least like 30. So Gerhardt was able to do about 20 orders, get them out the door a day. So 20 was probably his max. Like, he couldn't physically do more with us still having to sort and count loops. And, we had other items. We were doing a lot of wool kits back then. We had an Etsy shop at that time, and the wool items were really big on Etsy. So we were also weighing wool and making kits and doing all these things. But most of those orders in that picture are for potholders, for loops. But yeah, so before COVID, we were only getting about 10 to 15 orders a day at best. And so keep in mind, this is April 9th. Now I'm going to show you a picture of April 14th. This was our daily stack of orders. No, Paul, you did not miss the reveal. We are just getting started. I'm just kind of, we're going way back and kind of giving a going down memory lane and just talking about how we got to where we are right now. So, yes, so this stack of orders was no longer, um, well, it was still excitement, but it was more of anxiety and overwhelm. We were working around the clock. We had gotten, family was helping, and we had gotten some neighbors to help us, but it was really difficult because it was April 2020 and it was COVID. So we weren't necessarily able to just get people to come into our home and help us with these orders. So I needed a solution. We started drowning in orders, to say the least. People wanted potholder loops faster than we could supply them with our customers, and they wanted more, and I needed a solution. So I was trying to figure out, how can I control what we are packing, like in bulk, and what people are getting. Supply issues were a real thing. We could place vendor orders and wait over like a month to get it. And up until then, like before that, we were typically getting a new shipment like every week, and it was no problem. We were getting replenishments constantly. And then obviously it wasn't just a problem that we were having. So like Harrisville was having issues with their like manufacturing and everything. And so we would be waiting over a month for our shipments. And I would order, like, let's say I would order 100 of a color, and only 40 would show up without, like, unannounced. Like, I wouldn't know ahead of time that I was only getting 40. And so it was just a huge nightmare, and I had to act quickly. So that's when I had the idea of a subscription box. And this was in November. I had the idea. And by February, I was launching our first ever Keep on Looping box. So it was, and it's still the same. So we do 4 potholder patterns, printed cards, and then the loops for those patterns. And then there were some other, actually, there was, I'll get into this, but there was like a basic box and a deluxe box back then. And it was wonderful. I announced the idea in February, and we had about 160 people sign up within the first couple of days. So people were super excited for this. I think from a customer standpoint, it was the taking out the stress of having to pick your colors, having this Happy Mail show up on your box, which was on your porch, which was really great during COVID, just because you had to find the joys in life that you could find in such a difficult situation. So it was great for them and for us. So mind you, we were still sorting the bags, finding enough of each color in those bags to make the boxes. But it made so much more sense for both of us. For us, because we could control what we were ordering, and like work and make boxes out of loops that we had excess of, and so it was a really great solution for that situation. Okay, so let's take a look. This was back in 2021, and I thought it would be kind of fun to go through all the different themes that we've gone through while I tell this story. So if you're in our Facebook group, we had a giveaway recently. It ended, I think, today, because I'm not sure if it ended yesterday or today, but I drew the winner this morning. So we were doing a giveaway, and I asked people to post pictures of their past Keep on Looping projects. So yes, Diane says seeing those boxes are in the mail was truly happy mail. Patricia loves this. Debbie says, how proud you must be with all that you have accomplished. Yes, it's been such a fulfilling journey, just because of like all the stories and people and connections that I've made. It's been so good. Okay, so let's see if this works with my little, I tried to like do the unveiling. So if you see over here on the side where it says 2021 and then you see these blurred out boxes, hopefully, yes. Okay, so it should like become clear as I click on it. So March 2021 was our first box, and it was Easter themed, right? And I'm gonna have to move this up because I cannot see, it's too small. Hold please. There we go. Okay, so Jean was able to post a picture of hers, which I was so thrilled to see someone who's been with us since box one post. And she says she was a charter subscriber back when the club started, and this well-loved and well-used potholder was one of the very first subscription kits, I believe March of 2021. It was a spring-themed kit and included a tea towel and an Easter bunny print. My daughter had seen an ad for this new club and sent it to me, and we both said, Potholder of the Month Club? Who would even do that? Apparently, we both would. I get that a lot. They're like, what? How can you have like so many people getting these boxes every month? Like, who does that? And apparently a lot of people. So, yes, that's exactly, I mean, that's what I was thinking too. Is like, who's going to buy this? Like, what, but I mean, I was seeing the orders coming in and it was proof. I was like, okay, if that's what they want, that's what I'll give them. So, that's how it started. That was box one. And then box two was, like a spring garden theme. I didn't get anybody to post their picture of that, so I just put mine in here. But it was like a green garden. It's also one of my favorites because it had I like earthy colored potholders. I also like very colorful ones, so I like pretty much all of them. Okay, let's see. March 2021, May 2021 was strawberry themed. That was a fun one. Then we had June. Had to be a 4th of July theme, of course. So our themes are usually so the June box was the 4th of July theme. So we usually like to do like a seasonal or holiday one a month before, so that you have it in time to make and decorate your kitchen with or gift to someone. Vicky says the KOL boxes make my day when they arrive. I love them. My mom always says, oh, these are so nice. And I always say you should see what's on the inside. Oh, these are such nice boxes. Yeah, the boxes are pretty. She won't let me throw the boxes away. I love that. Okay. I love it. Thank you guys for sharing. Yeah, so keep posting comments because I will be picking a winner here, our first winner for this live in a couple minutes. So keep posting because that's how you enter to win the $20 gift card. Okay, so June 21. Then we went on to July 21. So this was the Christmas in July box. So it was kind of a special edition. I remember the box was green. With like gold foil and stuff. It was kind of a special edition fun thing. But it was like a really warm Christmas. So it had the pine and I believe that's winter white and burgundy. So really warm, mature Christmas color. And then, but we were growing, right? So orders were still coming in faster than we could handle, and we needed help. But we couldn't possibly have employees in our home during COVID. So I'm trying to think. Oh yeah, this is 2020. I was like, wait a minute, what 2020? Yeah, no, it was 2021. So we couldn't have employees come into our home. So we had to make some decisions, and we moved our family out of that yellow house and into the blue house. It's just like 3 minutes away, and so the business stayed in the yellow house and took it over. So we were able to spread out. We got things out of the basement, out of the garage, and into this yellow house. So this used to be our homeschool room. You can still see the letters up on the wall of the alphabet, but we kind of just took this over and yes. Let's see, that's that room. And then this used to be our dining room / living room. And we had that big table in there so we could finally like just load it up with subscription boxes and be more efficient. Things were way easier this way. We had a beautiful packing table back there behind my husband, and it was just so much easier. Let me see before I get ahead of myself. Where are we? Yes. Okay. So we had not, this was in August. We just moved out. The family just moved out of that. We got everything set up. We didn't have, and I started looking to hire. Um, we still had some neighbors coming in and helping us and everything with masks and stuff, but this was the best we could do at that point. Okay, so my next slide is for a giveaway. So I am going to close my eyes and scroll through the comments, and I will pick one of you guys for the first $20 gift card. Okay, and so wherever my cursor lands, that's who's gonna win. It's the best I can do right now. But okay, so I'm closing my eyes and I'm gonna scroll up a little bit and stop. And we have Susan Murray McElroy. She commented, I get so excited when I get mine in the mail, like a kid on Christmas Day. So Susan, if you're still watching, send me an email, info@acornsandtwigs.com, or our contact field on the website, and you can I'll send you that $20 gift card. Congratulations. Okay, let's move on. Let's see, to 2021 August. This one was actually, up until then, this was my favorite. I do have a couple after that topped this, but I really, really, really liked this one. It looks like Louise also posted. She says, I have done many, but for some reason I keep going back to this one. It was really fun. So it had black and then pops of really bright colors. And it was the no drama llama theme. So kind of like a fiesta, fun theme. So that was August. What comes next? Let's see. The Halloween one. Oh, this one was a fun one. So I did realize before I got on here, I got the slides mixed up a little bit because I know that we did have our first employee for this because I don't know if you guys remember, but if you were part of the club back then, you might remember we did a couple things that I never did again because there were some pretty mixed opinions about that. But this little bat, it has like a rubber band, and so you twist the bottom part, and then we laid it in the box, and so when you open the box, it released and it came like flying at you. So that kind of gave some people a scare. And then we also had, I think we just did it with the deluxe box, but we had like that, the fake spider web. So when you open the box, like the web spread out, and it would look like it was this haunted box. And then we had like a little plastic spider stuck into the loops. So people found that while they were, doing their potholders. And I think most people got a kick out of it, but I think some people were not thrilled about the spider. So we didn't do that again, but it was fun. But I do remember our first employee helping us with that because that was a very labor intensive box. I remember that, but it was so much fun. Let's see, where are we? Okay. Oh, sorry. Okay. So, Shelby had posted on this one. So everybody who posted a picture of their pot holders, the ones that I'm doing screenshots of, they won a free bag of silicone rings for posting. So I do appreciate everyone who participated because we did get quite a few. Most of the pictures are more for the newer ones. There weren't very many on the older boxes, but it's all good. I'm so excited that Shelby was able to post hers. That she still had a picture of that. So we finally hired our first employee. Some of you guys might still remember Alicia. She was our customer support specialist. She would go live with me or even without me. She did a lot of the graphics and just was like front facing. She was just so awesome helping me with all of that. But that's not where she started. When I first hired her, I remember our interview was me standing next to that big table that you saw earlier, and we had a stack, I kid you not, of over 3,000 orders that had to get out. And we just couldn't. That was how backed up we were. And so I literally just hired her. I was like, I'm not going to have time to train you properly. I just need you to help me put out this fire. Like, do whatever is necessary to get these orders out because it was just, we were drowning. But yes, Alicia was the best. I really miss her. She was so good, so helpful, and it was life-saving. So she was our first hire, and she was the perfect hire. And then we did the October box, right? So that was the owl. I think it was actually, it wasn't an owl. It was like fall. It was blessed. I think that's the name of the box. Oh yeah, it says it over here on the side. Blessed. So it had pumpkins and this beautiful owl. So then we have November 2021. Yep, just started one loom, just finished. Oh, Loretta just finished her first. No, okay. Loretta says, enjoying this so much, just started one loom. Just finished my 25th potholder. Awesome. Okay, beautiful. Okay, so then we had the 2021 November box. That was the holiday trucks. And then our last one from 2021 was, oh, that's one of my favorites too. The winter gnome. So Nancy posted this. I know you're on here. She said, I love this unique December 2021 pattern and the collection of colors called Winter Gnome. The second potholder shown is the inverse pattern of the featured potholder. Unfortunately, I should have zoomed that in a little bit more. You can't see it, but you can see it in the Facebook group. So go back to that comment and look at it. But she found a towel to give the lot to a friend with turquoise and gray in her kitchen, and she breeds Maine Coon cats. Oh, that's so fun. Okay, so yes, that was a fun one because it had like that little bit of orange, which reminded me of like mischief. Little. Oh, there's another image. I need to keep clicking and then it will pop up. There we go. So there's the gnome. I liked the orange pop of color in there because there's like mischief. It was like so typical for a gnome. Okay, so Diane says the winter gnome was her favorite. Love December 21st, 21 winter gnome one. That's so cute. Yes. Okay, so by December, this was a little Christmas post that we did on social media, but our team was growing. I don't think everybody was even on this picture, but we had several people helping us at that point. But we were still packed like sardines in that house. So this was just us trying to, and it was so inefficient because we were wasting so much time just moving boxes around and trying to find a table space that we could work on, that it was so packed. Like this was December. I mean, obviously it's holiday season and it was really busy, but this was December 16th. Those were like, I think the post, I got this off Facebook because I was looking through my old posts and it was like, got 200 orders out today. So yeah, this was our reality and it was still not ideal. And then Susan's asking, do you design and select all the colors for a potholder? Yes. So the colors that are in the boxes are the Friendly Loom colors, but I design the graphics and the theme. So a little bit of both. Yes. So then we come into 2022. January was it was like a boho Valentine's. So we had like earthy red and like beige and pinks. But we were still having supplier issues. Like we would be waiting like over a month for our shipment to finally come in. And they would arrive like this, totally smashed, because, I mean, clearly it says, do not break, stretch, and I mean, you can't see it on this picture, but there's always like, do not smash, do not, crush. But the freight companies were so backed up, they didn't care. They were just getting their stuff out. Like, they just needed to get through stuff just as badly as we needed to get through our stuff. And so they would put pallets on top of pallets, and we would get totally ruined shipments, and we would be back to square one and have to reorder and wait for another month for it to come, and it was just a total nightmare. But that's, I mean, we just powered through and did what the best we could. But one day I was thrifting in Des Moines with my sister, and I saw this table. Right, it's this big table, and I don't know if you can tell, but underneath that table there's two more leaves. So this table is, I think, 6 foot by 12 foot, I believe. I think that sounds right. But it sits like, I don't know, if comfortably it sits at least 4, 8, 12 people. But we got some chair. Well, so okay, I found this table and I fell in love with it. I'm like, oh my gosh, I want this table. Can you imagine the fun craft clubs or, craft classes that we could do? We could make potholders together with the community. We could do classes, needle felting, all the things. I'm like, I want this table. And so this table, it was at a place where they, it has a kind of like a system. So if somebody donates it, it goes onto the floor at full price. I don't even know how much it was anymore, but I think it started out at like $700 or $800. And even for that price, I was like, I want it. I love this table. It's perfect for my business. But so what happens at this place is if nobody buys it within a month, it goes down. Like, I think then it goes down to like 80%. Then the next month, 70%. So it just keeps going down in price the longer it sits there. And so I would have my mom go in there every once in a while. I was like, Mom, is the table still there? And we waited and waited. And I was like, I really want it, but I don't even know where I'm going to put it. Because you saw that house, like it was stuffed. I had no place to put that table. And so I'm like, so I think I got it. I don't remember when I bought it, but it was like only $300. I'm like, I don't care. I will figure it out. Even if it just sits in the back of my car for a while, I want this table. So I came into the work the next Monday and I told my employees, I was like, so I bought this table. I'm like, now I need a building to put the table in. So it was just really funny because that was kind of like our running joke because actually, let me pause because I see that my next slide is another giveaway. So let's do that real quick. Yes. Okay. Sorry. I'm going to close my eyes and pick another commenter. Only person that's not going to get it is the one that I already drew. And I unfortunately already forgot that name. So you guys have to let me know if I'm pretty sure I'll see it because it was a long name. So I'll probably recognize it. But okay. So let's see. Stop. Oh, it's Susan Knower. So that wasn't the one from earlier, right? Because I think it was also Susan. Now that I think about it. Okay, Susan Knower. If you are on here still and you hear me, you won the next $20 gift card. And send me an email or send me a message because I know we've already been on Messenger together. So I know you can contact me and just let me know and I will send you a $20 gift card. Okay. Oh, was it Sharon? Susan. It was an S name the first time. I should have written it down. I will write Susan down. Susan Knower. Shoot. I'll have to go either on the replay and find out. Oh wait, what was that? I'm in Iowa, well, barely. Southern side, almost to Missouri. Oh, Teresa, where are you? Because we are in Centerville. We're just 10 minutes north of the Missouri border. So I wonder if we're close by. Okay, they were both Susans, right? I'm pretty sure. Okay, moving on. Oh well, we'll figure that out. I can always watch the replay. Yes, I needed a building around that table, right? Because I'm like, there's no turning back. We need a place for this table, so let's find a building. Okay. February 2022, we had the Lion and Lamb theme. I remember Alicia putting this together. So she was, I don't know if this point it was already before that, but she was really taking over a lot of the graphics and the creative design of the boxes because that was something that she was really good at and enjoyed. So we kind of helped each other out with that. And I remember this one. This was really fun. I liked putting the potholders together too because it was a real mix of like this soft, gentle pastels, but then like the really strong brown and black for the lion. So that was a fun theme. March 2022 was the rainbow boots. This was our first, I don't have a picture of it, but there was a one that was really abstract. It had like no repeating pattern. It was just random colors put together. It looked good, but I was nervous about it. I don't remember getting any critique for that, but I was like, I wonder how people are going to feel about the pattern without an actual pattern. But it went well. And then it had, of course, the rainbow, like the one that I'm showing right here, which was just so much fun. Then we had April of 2022. I'll get to tell you where we put the table here in just a second. The slide should be coming up pretty soon. I don't want to. Let's see, where are we? Yeah, a couple more slides, and then I'll let you know. But April 2022 was what was that? Oh, it was the Blossom box. Oh, this was a fun one too. So you see that wooden spoon? Alicia's brother, I believe. Or brother-in-law. No, I think it was her brother. He and his wife had made these spoons for us. So that was a fun, they engraved it in their little workshop and made a matching so this was kind of like a Mother's Day box. We tried to give it a little bit more of a bonus item. So a lot of times we did bonus items. I don't remember all of them, but I remember this was one of them, and it was really fun to make. Yes. Okay. May of 2022 was the black and white farmhouse theme. That was a fun box. Only 2 colors. But I feel like that's also important to have those patterns, because then you can like switch it out with other colors. This was 3 colors, but white was the main. Like, I feel like white doesn't count, so it was basically just yellow and lime with a bunch of white. But it was the lemon and lime theme. Very, very summery. Okay, so we're back to the yellow house. This was a picture that I think Alicia took. I think she was standing on a table or something, getting a picture of us working, and it was still pretty tight. It was just, I think at one point we had like 12 people working in there, plus my husband and me. So it was, plus all the products. So it was really packed. And July 20, but we kept going. We had the July box, which was a flamingo summer. That was an interesting one because I originally wanted it to be a watermelon theme, but then so I made all the pot holders, and then I realized there was a lot of pink in it. I was like, watermelons really aren't pink. I know sometimes they get, like, if they're not completely ripe, sorry, that was German, then they kind of get pink, but this was, so I was like, let's do a summer tropical. So there was like ice pops, popsicles and stuff in that theme. So that was really fun. Okay, next, where am I? Okay, so one more box was shipped out, and then this happened. I found a building on our town square. It actually didn't even, this picture was a little bit after I had already found it, but it wasn't even for sale. Like, I just, through the grapevine, I found out that the guy that owned it was thinking about selling it. And so I called him up. I was like, don't even market it. I'll buy it. Let me have your building. So we bought this building, and I was finally able to pick up the table from my parents' house and bring it and put it into a building. Yes. Okay. You should let select customers pick the colors for featured boxes. Emma, that is a really good idea, and I have some plans for that in the future. Yes, I used to love making pot holders as Christmas gifts for all my relatives when I was a child. Still love making them, says Wendy. So, okay. August 2022, another one of my favorites. This was the mermaid box. This was a really fun. Lots of people like purples and blues, so that was a really good box to have. I remember the bonus item with that. Alicia found somebody on Etsy who would make, they make soap. And so we had them make some seashell soaps for us. And so that box smelled really good when you opened it. Okay, and then so by September we were able to move into the building, blank slate. It was a big open space. That's where I am sitting right now. I am in that building. We still have the gray walls behind us because I haven't gotten around to painting because we have just been so busy still, like all the way up to today. There has not been much downtime. So we put up a couple walls and have the front area, which will soon be a retail store. We just hired somebody to take that on as a project because I cannot, as much as I would love to, I just cannot commit to having open hours. And so we have a retail store manager getting that ready. So for those of you who are local, you can look forward to that. Let's see. And we kept going. So that was, I think September is when we moved in, but the September box, one, because of the move was an issue, but also supply issues. We had to, this was the first time that we couldn't ship out our box on time. So we ended up shipping the September box together with so this was coffee themed, and there was a little sticker on the back that was like 2 in 1. Good things are come to those who wait. So it was 2 themes in 1 box. And that was the one time that we had to do that. We have never had to do that since. But I think it was mainly because of the move. That took a lot of time and effort. But also supplies. There was a couple things. I think a couple of the colors were late. And so we were like, okay, well, I guess we'll just ship them together. So that was the coffee theme. And October 2022, they shipped together with the coffee, and that was the Thanksgiving theme. That was a fun theme. I liked all the graphics on that. It was really fun putting that together. And then, okay, so November 2022, we were in the new building. As good as it got. Like, we had shelves up and we had the table up, and we're able to still ship out boxes and stuff. But we received notification from our vendor, and saying that our orders for the subscription box. So we were probably at, I would say, 800 members at that time. So that's a lot of loops that we were ordering, plus the regular loops that we just, sell outside of the subscription. And so the vendor was like, we can't do this anymore. Like the custom, so my subscription box was a custom order. So by that, I totally forgot. So at that time we were able to, because we were growing and we needed like specific colors, and I was like, this is such a waste. First of all, I contacted Friendly Loam. I was like, first of all, you guys have to put effort into mixing these colors in bags, only for us to turn around and sort them back into separate colors. Can we just cut that out, and can we buy like big bulk bags of like the colors that we need? Because I would need, let's say, the leaf color in that bag, and all the rest of the loops were like left over, and I would have my shelves were just getting fuller and fuller and fuller of these colors that I wasn't putting in my boxes. And so I asked them if we could just get big bags of leaf and of burgundy and the colors that I needed for that box. And so that was considered a custom order, and they were willing to do that for a really long time, and it worked out really great. But in order for them to give me those custom orders, they had to shut down their regular production, which was then, because our orders were getting so big, like semi-wise, they had to shut theirs down, and it was affecting their regular program, right? So they're like, we can't do this anymore. And so I was stuck. I didn't know what to do, and I had to, and in November 2022 was the first box that I didn't get loops for from them. And so I had to go down to the basement, and like I said, I had all these leftover colors from, sorting the bags and not using those colors, because I would just pick out the ones I needed. And I looked, okay, what do we have on the shelves? Like, what can I put together? And I'm going to be honest, I would not have told you this back then, because I was obviously trying to sell it and be like, this is the best box ever. This was my least favorite. I did not like it. It was the gingerbread theme. And it was like, and then the problem was it was the Christmas box. I was like, you cannot not have a Christmas box. I need something. And so we put together the gingerbread box, and it was lime green and hot pink and brown and turquoise and I think flax. I believe that was flax. But those were the colors I had a whole bunch of. And I'm like, okay, let's just put it together and figure out a graphic for it and go with it. Like, this is the best box ever. And so we were able to pull that off. um, yes, there is more to the business than meets the eye. And a lot of this I've never shared with, because in the moment it's like, you can't talk about it. You can't tell your customers about the struggles you're having or anything like that. And so, I'm really glad to be able to finally share this, but it just shows like where we came from and how we got to where we are now. So, yes, December, and then the December box was the same. I had a lot of black. I had more of that purple and yellow, and so we did a Happy New Year theme and made it look like, fireworks and gold and, excitement of bringing in the new year. And then 2023. So, and it was just completely different, because up until then I was kind of spoiled. I was able to come up with the graphic or the theme first and then figure out, oh, well, these are the loops that would go well with it. And now it was the other way around. It was, these are the loops I have. What theme could we do? And then it was also like, I didn't have the same amount of the different colors. So I had like a lot of black and a little bit of yellow. So I'm like, okay, now I have to come up with patterns that I'll be able to make 800 boxes of with what I have. So it was like, it was this huge math thing, and I had to figure things out as I was going. It was completely different. I was not in my element. Let's just say that. And then, so January 2023 was, where am I clicking? The last box of Keep on Looping 1.0. We had to shut it down after this box. This was our bittersweet, sad, it was the Love Gnome box, and it was the last. So we had to cancel everybody's box after that. And it broke my heart. It was so hard. And I had to let go of a lot of employees, and we had just bought this big building, and it was really hard. It was rough. Probably one of the worst weeks of my life in February happened. And so, yes, that was the last box, and then it went away. And my next slide is, let's see, the waitlist winner. So we had a waitlist for this event, and we promised that if you joined the waitlist, you would be entered to win 3 months of Keep on Looping boxes. So I drew that winner this morning. Let's see. So drum roll. It keeps going. There we go. And the winner is Cheryl. So congratulations, Cheryl. You are the winner of 3 subscription boxes. You'll get the November, December, and January box. You just have to reach out to me. Yes, Dory, hard to go through rough times, but you grow through those moments. Yes, the Love Gnomes was a great box. I was so unhappy when 1.0 was finished. I know, me too. It was heartbreaking, not just for a business standpoint, but also because it was so much fun, and I knew how many people enjoyed it. But I'm gonna get teary. That's just how it was. But so congratulations, Cheryl. You are the waitlist winner. Congratulations. But so come, I didn't put a date on here, but sometime in the summer of 2024, last year. Is that right? That doesn't sound right. Yeah, that was just last year. Oh my gosh, it feels like it's been forever ago. We did, I came up with this workshop. It was a 1 week workshop of, because people were asking, like, this was a whole year from January 2023 all the way to May, I believe, May of 2024. So over a year. And I didn't have any subscription boxes or special events or anything that I could do. And so I pushed through and we made this table runner workshop. It was so much fun. And I taught people how to make this table runner without sewing. So there's a whole kit for it. We had pattern cards and I did lives every day. We had a special like pop-up Facebook group and we did lives for that. So that was really fun. And it kicked off Keep on Looping 2.0. So Vicky says, I totally love the table runner workshop. My mom currently has this because she has a great table to put it on, and I don't at the moment. Awesome. Yeah. Yeah, the runner was really fun. And I'm thinking about doing another one maybe for like the spring. Because I've had a lot of requests asking for me to do another one. So keep your eyes out for that. So Wendy's asking, do you still homeschool? I homeschooled all the way up until 2024. One of my kiddos is very athletic, and so he wanted to play for the school. We could have done like dual enrollment and everything, but he really just wanted to go to school, and I somehow convinced all the kiddos that would be a good idea because I think that was like what mom needed at that point. And so like 6 hours before the first day of school, we signed him up. We're like, okay, have fun tomorrow. So no, I don't homeschool anymore, but it was a good choice. Emma wants a table runner workshop. Yes, we'll have to do another one. Yeah, so we did not, Mary's asking, how did you seam the runner without adding too much bulk? So we did not sew them. There's a whole trick that I came up with, and we did it differently. No sewing. Okay, so I don't even know what month this is. June, maybe it was May. I don't know. It was probably a month before that because I came up with the idea. I was like, why don't we try to keep on looping back up, but not at the size and the volume that it was at? Because obviously we couldn't just start doing like 800 boxes again because that was like a big deal. That was a big order every month. So we're like, let's just start small. Let's start with like 250, try to get there. We probably won't even start there. It'll take a while to get there, and just smuggle those orders in, those loops in with our regular order that we were ordering for our, regular products. And so we did. We started it back up, and I called it 2.0. Oh, I forgot to mention. Okay, so one of the things with 1.0, so we had the basic box and we had the deluxe box. The basic box is what 2.0 is. It's the loops and the pattern cards, right? That's sometimes a bonus item here and there, but that's basically it, the basic box. And then we had the deluxe box, which was that plus some extra items, and I'll talk about that here in a minute. But with 2.0, we didn't want to go too crazy with it. We were very careful, and we're like, let's just start off slow, let's just do this. So we only had the basic box in 2.0. We did not have a deluxe box this year. And so, but what we did bring in was the community aspect. We had the digital part. So you can, if you don't want to get a physical box, you can get the digital patterns. And we have the community. So the Facebook group started off as a private group just for the members. And we just recently opened that up to the public and now send the digital patterns per email, so that we could bring this craft to more people. I didn't like that we were closing people off with that. And so I really, it was close to my heart to open the Facebook group up to as many people as possible, because I truly do believe that potholder weaving is so good for the soul. It's a simple craft that is accessible to literally the youngest children. Like, anybody can do it. My kiddos started with when they were 3. I mean, granted, they are crafty, and that was like their daily bread was crafting, but even the youngest ones were able to get out their little loom and make it. And so I think sharing is caring, and I think a Facebook community around it was just the most important part that was missing in 1.0. That's how we started the 2.0, is with the community and the digital patterns, so that it was still accessible to other people who couldn't maybe afford the physical box, or they had like a huge stash at home and they're like, I can't buy any more loops until this is used up. So that's how that happened. So 2.0 came out June 2024. The first box was a 4th of July box. There are different patterns than the first 4th of July one that I did. It's always hard to do 4th of July because it's always going to be red, white, and blue. And the patterns, I mean, I try to make it kind of, I like this one that you can see. Deb says this was a while ago. Yeah. So it was, it's fun. I like the nautical 4th of July patriotic designs to like make flags and stuff. So yeah. Okay, that was July 2024. Then we had the summer sunsets. This was a fun summery color, bright colors. Heidi got the silicone rings on that one. Excuse me. Then the cactus box. I think this is a lot of people's favorite box. I hear that all the time, which tells me, you know, the earthy colors are a good hit. Ruth says this was her favorite kit, and I hear that from a lot of people. So that's something I have taken note of. Vicky loves the 2.0 boxes. That Somerset is beautiful. Yeah, the Somerset was really pretty because I didn't get a picture of that one, but there was one that really truly looked like it looked like it was a sunset reflecting on water. So the pattern made it look really pretty for that. September 2024 was the camping theme. Yes, camping, fall camping. And you'll see there are actually 8 patterns, potholders on this picture. So this was the first time we brought out the 7-inch subscription box. So we had the 10-inch subscription box and the 7-inch. And so September was the first one. And then a lot of people were getting both of those boxes. October 24, we have from Kurt, this was the Halloween theme. This one was the one, it had like carnation in it, and it really made sense with the graphics. There was a lady the other day that posted hers, and she changed out the carnation. I think she put lime in there, which makes total sense if you don't have the graphics, and it looks really, really good. I'm glad she made that decision. But for us, it doesn't look good. It doesn't look bad. I mean, with the carnation, both are good. That's the thing of like the Facebook group. I love seeing people take like my patterns or any other patterns and then like switching them out. I think it's Ruth who's been doing a lot of like comparisons of like the same pattern, just different colors in the Facebook group lately. So that's been really good. November was a Nutcracker theme, or the Christmas story. Robin sneaked in this morning. She just posted that, or like maybe last night, but I saw it today for the first time. So Robin, you're gonna get those silicone rings, and I commented on there, so make sure you email me for the silicone rings. But yeah, she posted her picture. Beautiful colors, not typical, something that most people would, put together, but that's one of the benefits of the subscription box, is it kind of puts you out of your comfort zone, or not your comfort zone, but it just like puts other perspectives into your hands, and you're just like, oh, I would have never put these colors together. And sometimes you don't like it, and sometimes it's not, sometimes it's a miss, but for you, but someone else might love it, you know? And so it's really fun to just have you guys try different color combinations that you probably would have never tended to put together. Are silicone rings better than wooden? I would say yes. I am very biased. I think, and we do sell the wooden ones as well, but I think the silicone ones, first of all, they're colorful. So you can match them, coordinate them with your pot holders. Second of all, they are heat resistant. Wood obviously is pretty good, but silicone is better for that. They're soft. You can throw it into the wash machine and it won't like ding up your machine. They can be washed. Wooden ones technically shouldn't be washed unless you treat them somehow with like like seal them. The ones that you usually get are not sealed, and so they could soak up water and like crack and burst. Plus they sometimes because they're hard, I've heard some people it falls into like the rack of your oven and then you can't get it out and you might burn yourself. The silicone ones are squishy, and so it's easier to get out, and it's for safety purposes. And they don't conduct heat like metal does, because we've done, I think that's coming up here soon, but we've done like metal hearts before, which were fun, but it's not something that I would want to put on all the pot holders. Yes, we do sell a mixture of color. Well, okay, no, we sell all sorts of different colors, but not like in a mix. So you had to buy each color individually. Will you be offering the pass boxes? We do have a section on the website with pass boxes. They are limited, and we're working really hard to get that restocked for November 12th or 13th. That's going to be our early Black Friday sale. So sneak peek. We're trying to restock that. Okay, let's see. Let's keep going. December 2024 is the Arctic theme. Oh yes, that was fun. I liked the graphics on that one with like the polar bear, and there was a walrus and I think a wolf. But Danielle says that's her favorite was the Arctic December. And that wrapped up, oh, there's another one. That wrapped up our 2024, but we did have so 2024, I did have, I think it was in October, we were selling holiday gift boxes on pre-order. So one of them was, we brought back the Love Gnome box as a gift box, and I think we put a book in there as well, so it would make a really good gift for somebody. And then we came up with the Cardinals theme. So the fun story behind that one, this was actually Alicia's favorite theme, and she was no longer working for us because we had let go of so many people. She had to be let go as well. But she had loved the Cardinal theme, and she really wanted to make it work, but we weren't able to get it to, we couldn't put it into, because by the time Christmas came around and we had those graphics, I didn't have the loops for that. I had to do a weird gingerbread theme for Christmas. And so it was really sad that we couldn't do it. And so I brought that back in her honor, that we would, do a special edition Cardinal box. Because I know that Cardinals are dear to a lot of people's hearts, especially around the holidays. So that was one of the boxes. It was a special edition one. Let's do another giveaway. Okay, I am going to close my eyes again and pick someone out of the comments to get, let's see if it's another Susan. That would be so funny. Okay, we're going to give you a $20 gift card, whoever I pick. Oh, we got Kathy Moore. Congratulations. Kathy Moore. So Kathy, if you're still on here, email me. Sorry, got sidetracked on those comments back there because I must have missed them earlier. Email me at info@acornsandtwigs.com. All one word, acorns and twigs, and written out. And let me know that you were the winner, and I will get you your $20 gift card for the store. So congratulations. That brings us to 2025. Okay, so January we had the Valentine's Day box. And remember, we have the traditional and the pro still with this box. This was the metal heart that we did as a bonus in there. And that kind of kicked off the whole idea of the silicone rings because people loved these hearts and they're like, you should do more. I want green clovers and orange pumpkins and like all these different really great ideas, stars and all the things. I was like, yeah, that would be really great, but I wasn't in love with the metal. I thought, they're really heavy, they're clinky, they're cute, but they weren't ideal. And so, and we do still sell these on the website, and we sell them like almost every day. People still like these, and I'm not trying to discourage you of that, but it did spark the idea of the silicone rings. So that was January. Then February was the St. Patrick's Day. Aaliyah was showing her potholder off. And in March is when we came out with the silicone rings. So this baby bluebell bunny, I think is what I called it, baby blue silicone ring was the first one, and it went with the folk Easter theme. And we started so we sold those on the website. I do believe in March that we already put them in the subscription boxes. That was just like a free little gift that we did for several months. No extra charge. It wasn't anything like that. And so we were putting 4 of those into our boxes for our members so that they could see them. But we do sell them on the website in packs of 10. And we also have an auto ship subscription for those too. So every month we come out with a new color on the silicone rings, and people can get those that way. So you it automatically ships to you. Okay, April was the flower field. It was a yellow, mainly yellow, like a daffodil, with a little bit of leaf and willow in there, and I think winter white. Holly posted her picture of that. May was the culinary herbs, so it was a very green box. Lots of different green tones for herbs. June was summer fruits. I'm trying to think. We did a big launch with that one. We had a lot of giveaways. I think there was a 5th pattern in that box. Yeah. So it was the summer fruits. It looks like Susan, who won the $20 gift card earlier, she posted and said it won a 2nd place ribbon in her county fair. A lot of women do post, submit their potholders at their county fairs, and I get to see all their ribbons all the time. It's so much fun. Take a little pride in that myself. I was like, that's one of mine. I love it. One of our local girls did that. A young one. She was, I think, 13, 14 maybe, 4-H. So it was really fun. Then we have July 2025. That was the unicorn meadow. So silver and then some not pastel, but like carnation leaf and turquoise. Yeah. Juanita posted that. Then we have the back to school. Kurt's back from his appointment. Yeah, we've been going for a while. I'm sorry. I wonder if you started and left and came back. This is a long event, but I feel like it's worth sharing all of this. Back to school. September was the faded summer. October is oh shoot, I went too far. What was that theme? That was autumn mood. We just did that one. Okay. And so now that brings us to the November box, which is still a mystery. But things are changing. With the November box, we are moving into the KOL, which stands for Keep on Looping, KOL 3.0 era. And with that, before I show you, let's do another giveaway. We do have the kits. Some of them, like we do past boxes, they're on the website under Potholder Weaving. But also, if we don't have a box because we might not have the supplies, and usually it's an issue with like the patterns, the printed pattern cards, that when we run out of those, we don't reprint them. But we do have the digital versions. So you could download the digital and then buy the loops or use your stash. But yes, okay, let's do another giveaway. And I'm going to close my eyes one more time. $20 gift card going to Doreen Ward. Doreen Ward, congratulations. Send me an email, Doreen. info@acornsandtwigs.com. If you're still on here, you can claim your $20 gift card for the store. Okay. Looks like that's the end of my slides. So I'm going to move my camera. Oh, that's not the right one. I'm like, why is it not doing anything? Okay, that's just my face. Let's do face and hands. Okay. I am going to show you. I think it's easier if I put it down here. But with Keep on Looping 3.0, you might have already kind of noticed with the graphics that I've been posting, we are doing a rebrand. So that means new colors, new logo, new box. So the box got a makeover. Are you ready? I'm going to show you. Ta-da! So this is our new Keep on Looping box. It has a different weave look on it. It's been really fun. I actually hired a professional designer for this, and we've been working on it probably since spring. It's been a process. And this is the new Keep on Looping. And with 3.0, that's not it. There's lots of new things happening here. So one is the new look. 2, we are bringing back the deluxe box. So it has its own box, and it looks like this. So if you're a deluxe member, you're going to get the orange, blue, and yellow box instead of the, like, I don't know, what is this? Lavender, orange, and we call this canvas color. But yeah, so the deluxe box is now available on the website. Let me put in a link here real quick, but don't go away. Just keep the copy and paste it for later. Or maybe it's actually pinned to the top. I'm not quite sure, but I'm just going to post it in there. Okay. So the deluxe box. If you remember what I was saying, there were some extra things in there. So the basic box is going to stay the same. Oh, look, I gave away the theme. The theme for November is Abstract Christmas. It's okay. I'm going to show you here in a second anyways. But the basic box is going to have the 4 pattern cards and all the loops to go with it. Also need to note, in case you didn't already know, we have discontinued the 7-inch box. So October was the last one that we shipped, and we are moving forward with just the 10-inch boxes again. We did it for a full year, and honestly, it was a lot of extra work for us, but also it just didn't take off as much as I thought it would. I would say 1 to 5. So like for every 5 basic 10-inch boxes that we shipped out 1 7-inch. So it was a lot of effort, and it just didn't make sense. So we tried it, and it was fun for a full year, but we decided to just keep things simple, move with the 10-inch. So the basic box has the loops and the pattern cards, and the deluxe box gets to upgrade the theme. So this has extra items in here to make the theme, like to pull it together more. So I'm going to open this box, and I'm going to show you. First of all, you're going to get to see what the November box is going to look like. And if you sign up, we actually sold out of the October box. We had never sold out of a box before, but we had to sell out in October just because we didn't have enough loops. We ran out of flax. And so Anyone who's been signing up, and there, if you signed up, because I made that very clear. But they were already signing up for the November box because the October box was out. But yeah, now you're gonna get to see what the November box is going to be. You don't see the link. Let me post it again. There we go. But basically, you can just go to our website and it will go to Potholder weaving up on the menu, and then I think even on that page there's like a big banner. I'm going to switch some stuff out because now that you know what the new branding looks like, I'm going to switch out a lot of the graphics. It's going to take me a while to get all the pictures of the old box taken down and put new ones up, but it'll be like a transition time. You'll see both of them for a while. But anyways, without further ado, I would like to show you the inside of the deluxe box. Okay. We have the abstract Christmas theme. So you always are going to get like a flyer that tells you, a little note from me, and, but there's maybe a little information about the theme or what inspired me or anything like that. So that will be the first thing you'll see. And then one of the deluxe, and both boxes will get that, right? And then one of the things that the deluxe box does is it gives you a pattern print. This is like an art print card. It's two-sided. This one happens to just both be in portrait. Sometimes we'll do landscape. But this is the theme for Christmas, abstract Christmas. And something that we have on the website back, we brought that back because it used to be, part of the 1.0 when we did this, is the art print holder. So it's like, it's beautiful. You have to hold it to really appreciate it. It's hand carved here in the Midwest, out of cherry wood. And it's a typical Waldorf thing that, like, they always have like a little postcard with the different seasons. It usually gets swapped out every month, and then like a little tea candle or something for your nature table or your kitchen counter. And so we are working with a small workshop here in the Midwest, and they're making these for us. And so you can put your where's the camera? Here. You can put your little art print in there, and then it doesn't matter, like, if the design is landscape, it'll work that way too. So these are for $10 on the website. You can get those. I would recommend grabbing one if you go with a deluxe box, because then you could, otherwise, you can put this like on your, like with a magnet on your refrigerator or something. But I just think that the card holder is just it's nice. It makes it more put together, I guess. Okay, so you get an art print of the theme, and then you get, this is my favorite part, a cotton tea towel. So this is going to go really well with your pot holders once you have it. Let me see if I can. There we go. So in 1.0, we did tea towels as well. I should grab some of those. Hold, please. I'm gonna go get some. So in 1.0, we only so this is like the mermaid one, and it was only printed right here. The rest of the towel is white, right? So the design was limited to this, basically like a printer page size area. Well, these new ones that we're doing are fully printed. So this, I'm gonna open it up. It's hard to tell because you can't see like all of it at once, but balloons. So it's like fully printed on the entire side, and they're really, really nice tea towels. It's cotton. and they're really, really good quality. I dare to say better than the ones that we used to do. So that is two things with the deluxe box: the art print, the tea towel, and then and then you're gonna get pattern cards. So they got a little bit of an up. I changed the logo and stuff. If you are a current member, you'll know that there used to be a logo right here. I moved that so it's not covering the loop, or the potholder. But yeah, so what was I going to say? Oh, and then we brought back this really pretty paper instead of the brown paper, because with 2.0, I wasn't able to get, you have to have a really high volume to be able to have custom printed paper. And it just wasn't there with the 2.0. It was there with 1.0, and we had it for a while, and we're bringing it back with 3.0. And then you get, so the deluxe box is going to continue getting these 4 silicone rings that match the theme. We're no longer putting those in the basic box. This is a deluxe box only item. So that's what the difference is between the basic and the deluxe. Let me check the comments here real quick because I'm getting all flustered. Let's see here. Put this to the side. I dropped this rings. That's okay. Let's see. The tea towels are beautiful. So exciting. Great idea. Red rings. Yes. Surprise. The November rings are red. A lot of people have asked for red, and that's I think I couldn't do a Christmas box without red. So there's that. Angela says, I can't wait. You have put so much thought into this, and it shows. So yes. And if you have been watching from the beginning, I said that this was part 1 of part 2. So there's another surprise in this box that I'm not going to reveal today. I want my members, my box subscribers, to be the first to find the surprise that's in the box. So I'm not going to ruin the surprise for you guys. You have to subscribe preferably today, so that you can get before the 5th, or before the 1st actually, to be part of the first group of people that get to see the surprise that's in here, because we're going to be shipping these out probably on the 5th. We have everything here already, and we're already back there getting that ready and folding boxes and all this stuff, but there's part 2 is in here, and I will do an unboxing November 13th. So mark your calendars on that for part 2, because I want my members to see it in person first. And I'm assuming by the 13th, everyone will have it in their hands and have found it. And then we will do a big unboxing publicly for everybody to see on the 13th. So I'm super excited for that. Even more excited than just the new branding, because the branding's awesome, it's fun, but you're gonna love the surprise in here. Yes. Okay, let's see. Tea towels are beautiful. Love the pattern cards. That would be beautiful in my kitchen. It matches perfectly. Yes. So the deluxe box, okay, so let's talk. The basic box stays at $55 a month plus $5 shipping. The deluxe box is $20 more. So wait, no, $15 more. It's $70 plus $5 shipping. So $55 for basic, $70 for deluxe, and then both have $5 shipping. And that $5, I hope I can keep it like that, but prices are always going up with the shipping, and we're not making it, it costs me way more than $5 to ship you that box. And so with them raising their prices, I don't know if I can keep it at $5. So, but it is there right now. And so you're going to want to, and if I have to increase the box price for any reason in the future, just know that you're grandfathered in. So, sorry, my kids just got here. You're grandfathered in. So if I ever raise the prices, you stay at the price that you sign up for. I won't raise your prices. So that's another thing to kind of think about if you're on the fence. It's great that you list how many loops of each color is in the box so we can make the patterns again and again. Yes. Let's see. 3.0 looks awesome. Love the red rings. This will make a great gift. Sounds just fantastic. Cannot wait. Oh, that reminds. Okay, a couple things. So I had already sent out information to our current members like middle of October so that they could get first dibs on the deluxe box, and we only have 200 of those because that's how many tea towels I ordered, and they already got like, I think we're at 112 of those are already gone. So I'd say about 88 are still available. But once those are filled up, then there's going to be a wait list for the deluxe box again. And our basic box people will get first dibs if any spots become available. So just keep that in mind. And anybody who signs up by November 5th, that's what before we ship, November 5th, will get a free pack of silicone rings. So, oh, that reminds me. I don't think I have that on the website. So if you just signed up while I was live, I'm going to have to maybe email you, or you can email me and make sure that we get you your free silicone rings. That's one thing I forgot. I want it to be automatic so that like when you check out on the website, it automatically gives you those rings. And you just have to pick your color. So I have to make sure I do that. But how much does the deluxe box? The deluxe box costs $70 plus $5 shipping. Also, if you sign up for the auto ship of the rings, the 10 pack of rings, in addition to your box, you can send me an email and I will combine them so you don't pay $5 shipping for both, because we can put the rings into your box without any issue. That way they'll ship together. Can the current subscription box be upgraded to deluxe? Yes, you just have to send me an email and I will do that for you. It's just a couple clicks for me. So email me and let me know what color rings you want for your free bonus. Love all the new details you've put into the deluxe box. I like the way the pattern cards look. Rings. Those boxes are so awesome. Can't wait. Who's designing the art and the details? I love them. I am. So I work with some graphic designers, but I design them. So they are exclusive to Keep on Looping. You will not find them anywhere else. I need to step up my potholder game. I will sign up when I get home from work. Yes, no worries. November box is awesome. Another surprise. Woohoo. Thank you, Jennifer. Yes, you're going to love the surprise that's in there. It's a game changer. Love the matching paper. I use it to wrap my potholders. Yeah, that's another thing. So Susan, that's kind of why I was like, I have to bring this paper back because it's so pretty. And it just goes with the potholder so well. And you could, I mean, if you're crafty, maybe you can do like decoupage or, cut them out and put them something, or use them as gift, like wrapping paper, which is great. Save it all up for, for holidays or for birthdays or whatever. Yes. Do you have room for new subscribers? Yes, we do still have room for subscribers. Basic box for sure. So with this new launch, I have made 1,000 boxes. That's a lot of boxes. Can I just tell you, can we just pause there? We're at 1,000. So, well, we're not there, but that's how many we have available in November. So, sign up and help me get there. So 200 of the deluxe box and 1,000, no, 200, sorry, 200 of the deluxe and 800 of the basic. That's 1,000 together, because that's how many loops we have for that. But, and like I said, so more than half of the deluxe boxes are already gone. So keep that in mind. Surprises are awesome. Love surprises. Janice cannot wait. Already ordered the deluxe box. Surprises are super. Oh gosh, the suspense. Can't wait for it to get here. Yes. Oh my gosh. Yes, Johnny, there is room for you. Yes, come on in. And if you're not ready to subscribe to a box, I totally get it. The economy is crazy. But you can sign up for the Facebook group. Get in there. It's free. And it is every day new ideas, lots of inspiration and support, and you can ask questions, you can get answers. It's just great in there. We have some awesome moderators in there helping and making sure that everyone feels comfortable and welcome. Can you tell the difference in the deluxe and basic? So the basic box are the 4 pattern cards, same as deluxe. And then all the loops that are needed for those pattern cards. So we count them out and we make sure that you have enough. If you ever are short, we try to give you like 2 or 3 extra, because I would rather give you guys extra loops and you don't have to email us, as you being short 1 or 2 and not being able to finish your powder, because that is the worst. Like having your loom held up because you have to wait for those extra loops to come in. But if that does ever happen, and we're humans and it can happen, just send us an email and we will mail those out to you. No questions asked. No problem whatsoever. So basic box, 4 pattern cards and loops. Deluxe box, 4 pattern cards and loops, same. Plus the tea towel, the art print, the silicone rings, and sometimes some extra bonuses. Okay. What is the card holder called? It is called art print holder is, I think, what it's called. Let me grab the link here. I know that if you sign up for the box, there'll be a pop-up where it offers to you, but maybe the art print thingy is not. Maybe I didn't turn on. I might have to do that here after the live. Oh yeah, it's not on there. Okay, let me do that right now before I forget. That product is still in draft mode. No, it's active. Let me see. Let me pull it up. Getting the link for you. Where did my chat box go? There it is. Okay, posting that. Yay for deluxe. How many pot holders does a box make? It makes 4. Yeah, you can email me, and I will upgrade you if you already are getting the box. I hopefully will respond right away, but I'm assuming that once I get off of here, my inbox is going to be pretty darn full. So bear with me on that, because it's just me. Would you love a subscription? Would love a subscription either way, quarterly or every 6 months. Any chance? I cannot do that. We've tried that in the past, but it's not possible. But you can cancel anytime. I mean, I don't encourage signing up and canceling like repeatedly, because it just makes it really hard for us to plan. And like I said, I have a certain number, and if we know that you're a subscriber, we'll plan for you and we'll make you a box. But if you unsubscribe, then or you cancel, I guess is what it's called. It will free that spot up for someone on the wait list if we're sold out, or B, I just can't guarantee that we'll have a spot for you when you come back. So you can try it, especially if you're just doing like one every 6 months. But honestly, for you, it might be smarter to just buy like pass boxes. So when we have pass boxes available, we put them on the website, and then you can just grab them without having to subscribe. So that might be a better option. It does not include a loom. So if you sign up, you do need to have a 10-inch loom. Will we sell the 7-inch loops separately? We do not have the 7-inch box anymore. October was the last. We discontinued that. Wow, 1,000. Yes, we have big goals. Ken Harris will keep up. Yeah. Yes, I think I'd like to know about the 7-inch available. Do I have a background in business? How did you learn to run this whole operation? Oh, it's been trial and error. So when I was in Germany, I lived there, right? You can cut if you got on late. I kind of told our backstory, but I used to live in Germany, and I did do. I got I went to college there. It's a different system there, so it's called an apprenticeship, and it's like 3 years of, like, in the first year it's very heavy on theory and a little bit on practical. So you go to school, let's say, like 3 to 4 days a week, and then 1 to 2 days a week you're in like the business. So the business, you get hired first, and then they pay for your schooling. And so you get a job there and you work while you learn, and then it just kind of balances the other way around. So by the third year, it's like 1 or 2 days of school, and then the rest of the week you're in the business working. And so I did do that, and I worked for a very, very large American company. We made airbags and seatbelts in the automobile industry, and brakes and steering wheels and things like that. But I was able to go around into all the different departments. I was in the sales department for a few months, and I was in the purchasing department for a few months, in montage, and like all the different departments that happened in like a huge company like that. So I did get a lot of that training there, but honestly, not a lot of that has translated over into this business. This has just been bootstrapping it and figuring it out as we go. So yeah. Happy birthday to you, Diane. Just signed up for the deluxe box. Yay. What is the difference between I honestly have never bought the ones from Hobby Lobby. I don't shop there, but I'm pretty sure that those are a cotton blend from what I've heard. I think the loops there, it's not 100% cotton. So that's all I can say about that. I can't speak to the quality or any of that because I haven't tried them. But I can tell you our loops are really, really good. The quality is good. How do I get the box? There is a link. Let's get that link in there again. Oop. Clicking around too much. Okay, I'm posting the link for the Keep on Looping box. Oh my goodness, there's like 100 comments that I've missed. Lots of comments. Okay, guys, I have been enjoying this so much. I'm going to go back and read all of the comments, but you guys don't have to watch me do that. If you have an actual question that I haven't addressed yet, feel free to always email me, info@acornsandtwigs.com. I can put that in here too. And if you are one of the winners, send me an email to that address, and I will get you hooked up with a $20 gift card. Thank you guys so much for being here with me, and I hope you will join me again on November 13th. That will be the unboxing, so I will reveal the big part 2 surprise to those who do not have the box. And then, but obviously everyone should come. I'm not just saying it's for them. We are also kicking off our early Black Friday sale that weekend with that live. So mark your calendars. November 13th, same time, same place, 2 p.m. Central, here on Facebook. Yes. I will get off of here now, and I will hope to see you guys on the inside. Join the Facebook group. That's the best place to go if you are not ready to subscribe. But yeah. Okay. Thank you. Bye-bye.